So let's touch on this topic of having self-love. A lot of people, I feel like, getting misconstrued of what self-love really is and how you are supposed to represent yourself in true self-love. See, a lot of people feel like love is something that you are supposed to take on as a burden. A lot of people think that if they do this and go out of their way for this person, or if they make somebody feel good and just be kind and nice and neglect themselves, that they must be love. Granted, it is beautiful and it is out of love that you do those type of things at that moment. But when it comes to actually being that all the time, it can't possibly work unless you love yourself from the inside all of the time. You have to actually love yourself first before you can love anyone else. Anybody can have a momentary facade and say that this is love. When it comes to the inner being deep down, is it really love, or is it really out of wanting to be accepted and wanting someone to love you instead of you deciding to be that person to love yourself first? I can guarantee you that if you're too busy trying to people please all the time like it's your job, that you possibly lack some type of self-confidence and self-awareness. And when you're putting so much love into other people more than you're putting love into yourself, then you're not loving yourself truly and properly. At the end of the day, you have to know your limits and you have to set boundaries. And you have to know exactly if you're giving and loving the right people or not, instead of just trying to find some type of acceptance in place. You also need to be conscious of if this is what you need to do and if you are really taking care of yourself first at the same time. Not saying that you're not supposed to love and take care of others, because you are, but you are supposed to know when and how. You are supposed to have discernment, and you are supposed to actually be conscious with loving yourself first so that you can love others properly. When you love yourself first, you would not allow yourself to bring certain things and people that bring their own problems with them that you cannot afford to have into your life. When you love yourself, you allow yourself to evolve from old patterns that was never serving you in the first place. Loving yourself is when you respect yourself and you're honest with yourself. You don't let people just do anything just because you say you love them. You set boundaries. And if you are loving people in the wrong ways and not loving yourself, calling it loving someone or calling it loving yourself that is not validated, then you are likely putting love that you should be putting into yourself into other people for some type of acceptance due to some type of traumatic reason. You likely go on voyages seeking that love that you give to others from others as well, when you can only find it from yourself. So you lack giving it to yourself, thinking and expecting that it's supposed to come from someone else because you're giving it to them. And that's not how it works.